Hello, Mr. Claudio.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. First of all, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for taking out time for us. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me to talk with you on the drawing house.
All right then. Yeah, I remember the book, the new book, for which we are here to talk about, The Last Detective Redemption. It
Yep.
came in the market, and I was excited to see the cover art. I was really excited to know because here in India, The Last Detective has been published by Bullseye Press, which is publishing comic books and characters so dynamic and so vibrant. We all are loving them. And when this amazing graphic novel came, I was, I mean, I was surprised because usually in India, even though we have lots of genres, lots of different categories, we do have science fiction, and we do have, of course, we do have Indian mythology, which is very vast and very huge. And when this book came, I was surprised, and I had the question that is this an Indian writing? Is this an Indian writing? And I was very curious to know about this. So I had a talk with Mr. Ravi Raj, and while having a conversation with him, he told me about this collaboration with Econ Comics. And as he was telling me, I was getting more and more excited because I was knowing that the moment this comic book will be out in the market, the readers and the viewers, the Indians, they very much would like to know about you. They would very much like to know about what is Econ Comics. So, starting with this, first of all, I have already read the book. It is really nice. It's one of my favorites. Thank you so very much for giving us this book. But yeah, please tell us something about this Econ Comics, and tell us something about this collaboration with Bullseye Press.
Well, thank you. I started in comics like 10 years ago. I'm a journalist by formation, and I'm a screenwriter. I used to write for television and other media. And I started writing comic books 10 years ago, and I founded this company, this small publishing company here in Chile, called Acción Comics. It's like Action Comics, but in Spanish. It's Acción Comics.
Axiom.
Yeah. Um, Fast forward, I met a great Brazilian artist here in Chile. He's living here in Chile. His name is Geraldo Borges. He usually is working for DC Comics, Marvel Comics, Dark Horse, and other big U.S. publishers. And we started working in an agency. We have a small agency called Artist Go, and we represent books and artists to promote them to foreign markets. Um, and on that point, he suggested me to make a book together. So well, it's a big responsibility. We're working with an artist that usually draws Batman and other characters. So I asked him, "What do you want to do?" He's been working for a lot of time for the U.S., but he always do characters and stories from other people. It's like a work for hire. But in this case, he will be the author or co-author with me. So I asked him for the very first time, what do you want to do? And he told me just two or three ideas. He want to make a comic about cops or something, and he wanted to be this kind of different partners with partners with different characters, with different moods and something. We talk about, I don't know, Lethal Weapon or that kind of movies from the 80s, basically, like Tango and Cash.
Tango and Cash.
Yeah, that kind of idea, and that was the whole idea he gave me. I had some ideas from my own, and I mixed this these instructions from Geraldo with my ideas, and The Last Detective was born. You know, it's the thing about The Last Detective. It's we didn't have much time to do it, you know, because we did the comic. Meanwhile, Geraldo was working for the U.S.
Mhm.
So he was working Darth Vader for Marvel, and in his spare time or something, he wrote something for The Last Detective. He was working in an annual of Wolverine, and in between pages, he wrote something for The Last Detective. So that was the way we do it. We don't have, I don't know, uh, designs of the characters. We don't have anything else. The first time I saw Detective De Souza was when he put it on the first page. You know, I don't have a it's something like a work of trust. We trust in each other, so I give him the ideas, the script, and he didn't have time to make any designs prior, so he sent me the pages, and we started working in that way. And I make some minor, you know, revisions or corrections, because, well, he's very good, and of course, I it's a for me, it's a pleasure to work with him, because he's a great guy, but also because he's a great artist, you know. So it's been a privilege to work in this book. And after we finished the first part of the book, we started, even when we had just, I don't know, 5 or 6 pages, we started showing them to some editors, you know, to some publishers, and we got a lot of attention from people from the US, from the Heavy Metal magazine, that is a traditional, you know, sci-fi magazine in the States. We got some interest from Brazil, so we felt that pressure too, because we have some publishers from other countries asking us about the book from time to time. So we put a specific deadline. We went to the New York Comic Con that year. We wanted to have something to show, you know.
Mhm.
So we made 20, no, it was 16 pages of the book. We printed, and we start talking with some publishers. We get a deal with Heavy Metal before the book was ended. The thing is, we had a couple of contracts in Brazil and in the US, and the publishers signed for the book, even when they don't have how they don't know how it's gonna end. You know, they buy the book even prior to knowing the end of. So we felt the pressure, but in the same time, it was very flattering for us, you know, to have this interest from other countries. And well, of course, after when the book was ready to print or something, we started looking for other countries, you know, because we wanted to share the book with the most people that we can. And that was when I remember Ravi from Bullseye Press, because we know each other for a couple of years. I think we started talking about India, because I wanted to know what is happening in India in the comic markets. So I started searching for publishers or someone who who I can talk about this, and I found Ravi. It was I was very lucky, because he's very enthusiastic about the book, but he was willing to take the risk, because yeah, we are very happy about the book, but we will know that it's not common for Indian people to read a comic from Chile. It's not common for a creator of Chile to be published in India. So he take the risk, he made the bet, and it has been very interesting for us. We didn't imagine we're gonna have this reaction from Indian readers. We didn't expect the good reviews from different I don't know, YouTube channels or so. So we're very happy to be published in India, and we're very surprised also to be published in India and to have this kind of reaction.
And when exactly this all process started? I mean, what year are we talking about?
We talking about I don't know, 2.5 years ago, I think. We started working with Geraldo. We started making the book. Geraldo is very quick, he's very fast in drawing. Of course, we had to deal with his deadline to the other publishers, but we managed to make the book ready because we have signed contracts, so that's a good incentive. And after that, we started, spreading the word to try to get the book published in other countries. The thing about India was that Ravi asked us to adapt some of the names and the dialogues to the Indian readers. So the characters in the book has a different name for India than for the other countries in the world. They have some kind of adjustment just made especially for Indian readers.
As a writer, this is what I wanted to ask you. Do you feel that right now, whatever present stories are coming in the market, now things have definitely changed? I mean, yeah, I do understand that things change and stories along with time become a little bit more, let's say, complicated. There was a time back in the 80s and the 90s when the comic books and the stories were, very simple. I remember I was a kid and thinking about time travel was enough for me. It was enough. Now we are talking about multiverses. Now we are talking about parallel dimensions. And it's not just me, it's the kids. Kids in their 4th or 5th standard, they are talking about it and they know about it. So I see that there's a change. There's a very clear change. As a writer, do you support this change? Do you see now the stories are becoming a bit complicated, complex? Do you see that?
Yeah. But well, first of all, one of the rules of Action Comics as a publisher here in Chile is that we don't publish superheroes. We don't make superheroes, because I felt that there's a lot of superheroes and the people in the USA make very good superheroes. You can't compete with that. So we want to tell another kind of stories. And on the other hand, Geraldo is drawing superheroes for years. So he didn't want to make another superhero. So that's part of the reason that we have a different story. When I write a story, when I start writing a script, I'm always starting with some cliches, so you can understand very easily the characters as a reader. So you read 1 or 2 pages and you understand, okay, this is a former cop, this is an annoying robot, this is a very hard chief of city police. It's very easy to understand the characters. That's why I started with the cliches. But when I develop the story, I try to give turns to the characters, to add some twists, some surprises. That's why in the second part, these two characters get a twist, you know. At that point, this is not Tango and Cash, you know. This is not the Tango and Cash that I knew. You can think this is not Lethal Weapon, you know. Something is happening here. That's part of what I intend to do, you know. It's part of my process of reading. Starting with the cliche, you know, you understand the characters very well because they look like many others, so you can relate with them, and then you add the twist, and you have something new, something different. I try to surprise readers in that way. On the other hand, I wanted to make this is like an action movie, you know.
Absolutely.
I don't want it to write, you know, Watchmen or From Hell or something very, you know, deep and make you think about your life or something, you know. I wanted to be fun. I wanted to have a social, you know, reflection or social meaning. I wanted to be a reflection also of Latin America. We set this city in a Latin American you know, scenario.
Yeah.
In the Spanish our original version, the country, the place is New Amazonia. It's New Amazon, you know. It's New Amazon. You know, I think in India it's Neo Rashtra 1. But we wanted to add some elements from Chile, from Brazil, and give it again, and make a twist with them. So yeah, this is not, you know, Blade Runner. This is a poor country. This is a place where the economy depends on a mineral, you know, as it depends on countries like ours. This is there's a big company that rules everything, you know, that everything depends on this mineral. You don't have, you can't go against the official version of things, you know. It's like, it felt, I wanted to feel like some parts of Latin America, and in that term make it universal, you know, because in every country you can relate with this extraction of mineral, with this kind of authorities, with corruption. You can have that. You can relate with that in every country, especially in countries like ours.
As a reader, I very clearly connected with the same feeling of watching a Hollywood movie. It's like, you know, going on a Saturday night, finding a movie on stream, and okay, let's give it a try. And guess what? It's a good, if the story is good, you will enjoy it. The same thing, the same kind of feeling I had with this book, because previously none of us were knowing about Detective Roy. None of us were knowing about Cecilia. And all of a sudden this started happening in the comic book. So I suppose one thing that I would say is definitely, and that would be again my next question as well, as this book is now here in our hands, will there be continuations in the future?
Well, we've been asking a lot about that, especially from readers from India. You know, we want to make more books. We want to tell more stories. We were thinking about other kind of stories. You know, not the Last Detective universe, but as the book is publishing in different countries, we started to have this kind of question from the publisher, okay,
Yeah.
are you going to?
Yeah.
So it's a little, it's like a good pressure, to have this, to have people wanting more, or have people expecting, another book. So yeah, I have a script ready since many months now. Geraldo is with a lot of work, so we're trying to find the way and find the time to make another story. It will be, of course, a different story, because you have now you have the people know the characters in the second book. You don't have to present them, so you can go deep in the investigation, in the detective part of the character.
Yeah.
So it's fun for us, and it's very exciting to see this reaction, and to have this pressure to continue the story.
And who knows, maybe any future adventure would be in India. Who knows that?
Yeah, sure, why not?
I wish that in the near future we somehow would be able to meet in India if you visit over here. As a matter of fact, I, on behalf of the entire team of the Drawing House, we welcome you. We invite you. We invite you to India again, and this time maybe we'll be able to sit and exchange different ideas. And as I said, who knows? Maybe some next adventure would be of India, and we definitely would be waiting for it.
I would love to go there and meet you and the other readers, and I want to thank everyone that has read the comics and leave us a comment or something, or a review. We're very happy. We're very surprised about the reaction that we have got from the readers in India, and let's hope that we can share with you some moments in the future, in India.
Absolutely. So this was the video, guys. I hope you liked the video. The Last Detective Redemption is available on the online stores. My sincere recommendation and advice is to all the viewers who's watching this video: go and get it. This is a must read and a definite collectible, and something to understand that how this industry is all linked together, how at this point of time national and international artists and different brands are working all together. On this point, Mr. Claudio, once again, thank you so very much for being here, and hope to see you one more time.
Thank you. Saludos desde Chile.
All right then. Goodbye. Take care.
Bye.